Imagine this. You're winding down after a long day, the world outside is silent, and you're finally alone with your thoughts. The glow of your phone is the only light in the room, and you're mindlessly scrolling, half awake, half dreaming. It's late, the house is quiet, and you're scrolling on your phone. The day's worries are fading, replaced by the gentle rhythm of your thumb on the screen. Suddenly, an email pops up. Flash sale, 70% off, ends at midnight. The words seem to leap off the screen, urgent and impossible to ignore. Your heart skips. You tell yourself you'll just look, just for a second. But curiosity is a powerful force, and you're already hooked. You click the link. The site is alive with countdowns and banners. Limited stock. The ticking clock and flashing deals make it feel like a race against time. There's that sweater you wanted last month. Now it's a steal. The price tag is slashed, and suddenly, it feels like fate. Suddenly, it's not just a sweater, it's a prize you have to win. The thrill of the hunt takes over, and your pulse quickens. The rational part of your brain fades, replaced by a voice whispering, "Buy it now or lose it forever." The pressure is real and it's building. This isn't a personal weakness, it's a psychological play, and you're the target. The game is designed to make you feel like you're making a smart move, not just a quick purchase. Marketers know exactly how to trigger your ancient instincts. They study your habits, your impulses, and your fears, crafting offers that are almost impossible to resist. They use urgency and scarcity to make you feel like missing out is a real loss. The fear of missing out, FOMO, becomes a powerful motivator. The suspense builds as you add the sweater to your cart, finger hovering over complete purchase. Your mind races with questions. Should you buy it? Will you regret it if you don't? That mix of anxiety and excitement? It's not about logic. It's about the way your mind is wired. Your emotions are in the driver's seat, and reason is just along for the ride. Why does a discount feel like winning? Because your brain is wired to seek rewards, and a good deal feels like a victory over the system. Why does missing a deal hurt? Because loss aversion is real. Our minds hate losing out, even on things we didn't know we wanted. The answers are buried deep in our brains. These reactions are ancient, hardwired, and marketers know exactly how to tap into them. Welcome to the mysterious, irrational world of human spending, where every click, every deal, and every moment of hesitation is part of a much bigger story. Let's take a closer look at why we feel so much pressure to buy during a sale, and why it's so hard to resist those tempting discounts. When you walk into a store and see those big red sale signs, it's not just about saving money. There's a psychological force at play that makes you feel like you have to act fast or you'll miss out. This is called loss aversion. In simple terms, losing something, whether it's money, an opportunity, or even a good deal, hurts us about twice as much as gaining the same thing feels good. Our brains are wired to avoid loss at all costs. So when you see a sign that says 50% off, your mind doesn't just register a bargain. It sees a potential loss if you walk away empty-handed. The fear of missing out on that deal becomes almost irresistible. The original price suddenly feels like the true value, and if you don't grab the discount, it's as if you're losing money, even if you never needed the item in the first place. That's when FOMO, or the fear of missing out, takes over. Shopping becomes less about what you want and more about avoiding the regret of missing a deal. It's a powerful motivator that can override logic. Imagine someone offers you a coin toss. If it lands heads, you win $150, but if it's tails, you lose $100. Even though the odds are in your favor, most people walk away. The pain of losing that $100 is just too strong, and it outweighs the excitement of winning. Retailers know this, and they use tactics like limited time only or just 3 left to trigger your loss aversion. These aren't just bits of information, they're psychological triggers designed to make you act fast. Suddenly, not buying feels like a loss, not just a missed opportunity. You start to worry you'll regret it later, and that anxiety pushes you to buy. That's why Black Friday turns into a frenzy. Every second you hesitate, you feel like you're losing out to the crowd, and the pressure builds with every passing moment. Even your friends can add to the pressure. When everyone around you is saving and showing off their finds, it feels like you're falling behind if you don't join in. The illusion is so strong that spending money starts to feel like the only way to avoid losing out, even if it means buying things you don't really need. This is all a trick on our ancient survival instincts. Our brains are still wired for a world where missing out could mean real danger, not just a missed bargain. Marketers and retailers understand this psychology inside and out, and they use it every day to influence our decisions, shaping our shopping habits in ways we barely notice. The real cost of falling for loss aversion? It's often more than just the price tag. It can lead to overspending, buyer's remorse, and even financial stress that lingers long after the sale ends. But here's the good news. Understanding loss aversion is the first step to breaking the spell. When you recognize these tricks, you can pause, reflect, and make choices that truly serve you, not just your instincts. Now meet your brain's next trickster, the craving for instant gratification. It's a force that quietly shapes our daily decisions, often without us even realizing it. This urge is so powerful, it can override logic and long-term goals in a heartbeat. Imagine this. Would you take $100 right now, or wait a month for $120? It sounds simple, but this choice reveals a lot about how our minds work. Most people grab the cash now, even though waiting pays more. The promise of immediate reward is just too tempting to resist. This is hyperbolic discounting, our tendency to value rewards that are right in front of us far more than those that are further away, even if the future reward is bigger. Our ancestors needed to seize the moment to survive, grab food, act fast, or miss out. But today, that ancient urge can sabotage our savings, our health, and our happiness. Credit cards and online shopping make it even easier to indulge. You get the thrill of buying now, but the pain of paying comes much later. The pleasure of a new gadget is instant. The pain of the bill is delayed. That gap tricks us into spending more than we should. By the time the bill arrives, the joy is gone, but the debt is real. The consequences feel distant until they suddenly aren't. This bias explains why saving for retirement is so hard. The future feels abstract, while the present is vivid and urgent. It's also why fast food wins over healthy meals, and why we often choose short-term pleasure over long-term well-being. We're wired to favor now over later, even when it hurts us. Our brains are built for quick wins, not patient planning. Marketers know this too. They make buy now, pay later irresistible, tapping into our natural impatience and making it harder to say no. Recognizing this bias is like catching your own brain in the act. It's the first step to making smarter choices. The trick? Make your future self as real and important as your present self. Imagine what your future will thank you for. Otherwise, you'll keep trading tomorrow for today, falling for the same old trick again and again. Here's another mind game, mental accounting. We put money into invisible jars. Rent, fun, windfalls, even though $1 is $1. A $500 bonus feels like free money, but using $500 from savings for fun feels wrong. This leads to odd choices, carrying credit card debt while hoarding vacation savings. Rationally, you'd pay off the debt first, but your mental jars say otherwise. We splurge from the fun account, but pinch pennies elsewhere. Marketers frame products as treats to tap into your loose spending jars. That's why you'll buy a pricey bottle of wine at a restaurant, but never at the store. The context changes the rules in your head. The trick is to see through the illusion. All money is the same. Treat every dollar with equal respect. Mental accounting is a sleight of hand. Don't let it fool you. Awareness is your first defense. These aren't rare quirks. They're universal patterns. Experiments show we're predictably irrational with money. Take the chocolate test. When a truffle costs 15 cents and a kiss 1 cent, most pick the truffle. Make the kiss free, and suddenly, almost everyone grabs it, even though the truffle is still a better deal. Free is intoxicating. Logic goes out the window. This isn't just in labs. Americans spend over $3,600 a year on impulse buys. Retailers know how to trigger our vulnerabilities: fear of loss, instant gratification, the lure of a bargain. The numbers prove it. We're all susceptible. The real enemy isn't ignorance or lack of intelligence. It's our own hardwired nature. The question isn't if you're being manipulated, it's what you'll do about it. Knowledge is your best weapon. To understand impulsive spending, look inside your brain. fMRI scans show a battle between two regions: the limbic system, emotion, reward, and the prefrontal cortex, logic, planning. The limbic system lights up at shiny new things. The prefrontal cortex tries to keep you in check. When you're tired or stressed, your rational brain weakens, and emotion takes over. Marketers know this. They target you when your defenses are down: late-night shopping, checkout aisles, vacations. Context matters. On vacation, your treat-yourself mode is in overdrive. The limbic system shouts, "You deserve this," while logic takes a back seat. This isn't weakness, it's biology. The secret is to support your rational brain and quiet the emotional one. Recognize the tug of war and you can tip the balance. Awareness gives you power. So how do you fight back? Not by becoming a robot, but by building guardrails. Add friction, make it harder to buy on impulse. Try a 24-hour rule for non-essential purchases. Walk away, let the urge fade. Use cash for fun spending. Handing over real money makes you think twice. Make costs immediate and tangible, not abstract. Unsubscribe from tempting emails. Unfollow influencers. Avoid your danger zones. This isn't deprivation, it's self-defense. Design your environment to support your goals, not sabotage them. Play the game on your terms. Build a fortress for your finances by automating good decisions. Set up automatic transfers to savings and investments the day you get paid. Out of sight, out of mind. This pay-yourself-first strategy removes willpower from the equation. Use visual cues. Put a picture of your goal where you'll see it daily. Make the future feel real and motivating. Set rules for windfalls. Decide in advance how you'll use bonuses or refunds. Pre-commit when you're calm, so your emotional brain can't hijack the moment. Leave instructions for your future self. Make good choices automatic. Learning the psychology of money can feel like uncovering a conspiracy, but knowledge is power. Every bias, loss aversion, instant gratification, mental accounting can be countered with awareness and strategy. Pause before you buy. Ask, do I need this or am I just afraid to miss out? Use rules and systems to make good choices easier and impulsive ones harder. Progress, not perfection, is the goal. Build an environment where your best self wins. You're not a passive player, you're the architect of your choices. Your financial destiny is shaped by small daily decisions. Recognize the traps, build your defenses, and take control. You are the master of your mind and your financial future.